Rod McKenzie is from the Road Haulage Association. Rod, good morning.
Hello, Dottie.
How could all of these trade talks and their outcome affect your members?
Very profoundly. It's a very worrying position, as we've heard in the report. There will be a mountain of paperwork for traders and hauliers and lorry drivers to deal with in January. Frankly, deal or no deal, it doesn't really matter. There will be a mountain of paperwork. And the government simply hasn't got its act together on this. The IT systems that are needed to support this, we don't know that if they work. We don't think there are enough customs agents to process all this paperwork, and the infrastructures, that's the places where lorries might have to park up if their paperwork isn't right, not built yet, and we don't know if there are enough checkpoints and customs points to support all this.
I mean, you've had a little pop at the British government there. They're only one half of these negotiations, of course. Maybe it's the European Union that's been delaying and delaying. I mean, lots of people say that the EU doesn't properly start to negotiate until the night before.
Well, obviously, these are very valid political arguments, which I'm much less interested in than I am the simple practicalities of trade and the simple practicalities of we need things in this country, in our factories. We need to export things to make money. And to do all this, we need lorries to carry the stuff. And if lorries can't get through, if lorries can't do their job, we're all in trouble. It doesn't really matter whose fault it is. We have some control of the situation in Britain, so naturally our focus will be on what the British government has done, or in our case, not done, to make things easier for trade. We're coming off the back of COVID, for heaven's sake. You know, this is a very difficult time for Britain. Don't make it worse.
And what's the feeling like among your members? What are they saying to you?
Well, frustration, anger, and typically what they're saying is the government has told us what to do, but not how to do it. In other words, in very simple terms so that your listeners can understand, if you think of this as an A to Z process, there's a lot of paperwork, but there's an A to Z process. You do A, then you do B, C, etc. And we simply don't have that A to Z process. There are bits missing in what the government has told us. And deal or no deal, it makes little difference. In other words, the government's communications, their lack of clarity, has been a problem throughout all this. And that's what our members are telling us.
OK, Rod, thank you for coming on the programme this morning. Rod McKenzie there from the RHA, the Road Haulage Association.